realization that you are a fractalized version of your very consciousness, which is something we can't discern in this state of vibration, in this density. We can't quite articulate what it is, yeah? But we are a fractalized version of itself. I still maintain that if you were to look in the eye of God, you would see your own reflection, and your reflection only, because although God is everything, God is you and everything simultaneously. So there can only be everything from your vantage point. Otherwise, it's like this concept of everythingness that the human brain can't fathom. You need to have a vantage point to be able to understand what everythingness is. Does that make sense? Yeah? You need to be able to observe it to say, right, that's everything, or whatever. You need to be able to perceive it. Yeah? So if you were to look in the eye of God, you see. So anyway, so from that perspective, you see how the whole thing is structured. So everything had to make itself into something in order to perceive everything, yeah? So everything did that, fractalized itself into a smaller version, yeah? Which is equipped with all the senses of experiencing, because that's what everything does. That's what it wants to do. It's everything anyway, so it's in constant flow with itself. Yeah? But because it wanted to create something out of itself, to perceive itself as all there is, it needed filters, it needed doorways to do that, yeah? So in the biblical text, they'll tell you about Jesus' 5 injuries and shit like this, yeah? Of his feet, his hands, his side, and his head. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you they didn't count his head. That's so strange. I just realized that. It should be 6, not 5. Dummies. Anyway, it should be 6. So if you look at Jesus' 6 injuries, right? It still ties in though, anyway. So 5 or 6, it only depends on your metaphysical perspective, really. So 5, we have 5 senses, right? But we have another sense which we can't quite put our finger on. We know it's there, the 6th sense, which is everything. It's telepathy, it's the hairs rising on your things, your gut, it's the channeled message, is the thing coming in from, is the dream, is the deja vu, is the is the crown, yeah? Because that comes through there, because you can't perceive telepathy through your butthole. Okay? You can't, yeah? You can only perceive these otherworldly concepts through the crown. Yeah? It can't happen through your hand. Yeah? Even if you have the sensation in your hand, something has to see it to know what that was as telepathy. Okay? Cool. So, in that realization, all there is, made itself into a fractalized form with these 5 senses plus 1. Yeah. Let's say it's our new thing. Let's say 5 plus 1. Yeah. So, but the 1 is the key. So here we are. But the issue is it has put us in a simulation, right? To kind of, because there's no other way it can know what it is. Yeah? It's like there's no other way you can know yourself but to become yourself. Yeah? That's actually dope. Yeah. There's no other way. So for everything to know itself as everything, it had to become something. Yeah? And that something had to become itself so it would be able to relate and orient itself from itself as all there is and know itself as all there is. It's all there. It's a lot to unpack, but it's all there. It's all there. Trust me. So really, let me check the time because I've got stuff to do. Really, the whole point is this. Us being in our smaller simulation, yeah, which only refines because the more we kind of advance or excel in ascending our animalistic states, right? Because it's all there is. It's got negative animalistic aspects too as well. Not from our perspective anyway. It's all there. But the thing is, it's not even as simple as that. It's more like within itself, it creates these realities, yeah, for every expression of itself to experience. But the whole point is for that thing to go through the illusions until it realizes that, oh, actually, the whole time I was just like in a massive playground in my own mind with myself the whole time. Time, for me and you, the way you see time is not the way consciousness sees time. Time doesn't even exist for it. It doesn't even know what time is. Guys, let me tell you, see how sometimes it feels like time is being sped up, yeah? Then it's being slowed down, then it's being sped up. And all of a sudden it's like fucking 2 months have gone by, then fucking 1 week is now like 2 days. Well, 1 week is literally 2.7 days in my opinion right now. Like you blink Monday, you blink Tuesday, on Sunday, the week is finished, right? And it's the same for the month. It's crazy, bro. So that whole thing, it even goes back to the simulation, because what you have to realize is in the simulation, right? The simulation is being run every single moment of the day, yeah? The program, yeah? And you, as consciousness, is playing this character every day, but you're running in different, you run simulations every day. Yeah. So let's say that's the marker. Yeah. The day is the marker. You wake up. Yeah. To what you think is your house, is your family, is your job, is your house, is your fucking bed, your fucking toothbrush, everything, every day. Yeah. The same routine, and something might happen, something might not happen, whatever. You've woken up in a program, and you have been the whole time. Since you became self-aware. The moment you became self-aware is the moment you went into that white room. You know, when Neo went into that pure white room, he's in a simulation because he's everything. So everything is everything. It's a vast room. It doesn't end. There's no vanishing point. It goes on forever. There's no ceiling. There's nothing. And even the floor is not really there when you think about it, because it's just white. So really he's just hanging in the center of his own nexus of energy. Then he has to orient it. So he puts a chair in there, or so I want some guns, and the guns just come. You know, and then he populates the room. Yeah. That was the training thing. You remember? So the same thing applies to us. We wake up in this nexus of our own energy, because we come down here as a nexus of pure energy, electric. We're right in the center of it. Yeah. You're born. Yeah. And then as time goes on, the program is adjusted. The minute you become self-aware is when you enter the kind of like the empty room. Then the illusions will start to come. But the aim of the game is to maintain what you were. And you see the mode that you came in as pure, childlike, innocent, loving, compassionate, caring. Yeah. Okay, that energy, the aim of the game is to get that energy, because that's what the original player of the game is, the original thing. That's what its true nature is like. So when you become self-aware, right, the simulation that's around you is your own thing, which includes all these programs now. Yeah, because it's been input. Yeah. They might insert them into your body. They might insert them into your reality through the screens, you know. It will get inserted into your program somehow. Like, you know how Neo was laying down and it was like, yes, you get bombarded with the information. So now, what story are you going to weave? Are you going to weave these illusions and go and live in them? Because there is no devil. The devil is you. Yeah. Are you going to weave these new stories and these scary stories and go and live in them? Even things might even happen to you in the physical form, which are things that you've already done. Because like I said, the thing is all things. It can't give you something that's not you. So if you were in a vile state before and you did something really horrible to somebody, you have to, there's no somebody, because you're in the playground of your own mind, your own awareness, your own consciousness. You did it to yourself. So if somehow that awareness is now in a body experiencing it, you have to accept it for what it is. What are you going to do? You're not going to accept it. Okay, don't accept it then. Don't accept it. Have a good fucking life. Happy New Year. Bye. So that's what's happening. So when you wake up every day, you're in a simulation program. There's a program written to, it's just, there's nothing around you really. It's just code just hanging in front of you. Yeah. But it's sophisticated. It's not as black and white as Matrix code. It's really sophisticated because you are the code as well. Right? And because you believe that the floor is solid, it corresponds with the program and makes the floor solid. It becomes a program that's written for you. Yeah. So people that are raised in all different parts of the world, right? They have different programming. So they see the world totally different, but it's the same world. It's the same consciousness, different programs, different experiences, different simulations. So all the different permutations are just for the thing to experience itself. There's people that people that have lived on multiple continents, yeah? People that were born here, lived there, went there. People that were... No two stories match. That in itself is a giveaway. So experientially, it's just collecting experiences, right? But sometimes it falls too deep into the very stories that is constructed for it to experience itself. And then when that happens, it starts to destroy itself. Because it's ruining the experience for itself. It's there killing itself, murdering itself, raping itself, fucking itself, stabbing itself, cheating on itself, cheating itself, fucking itself. Is literally puking acid on itself. So when it realizes, shit, what the fuck am I doing? I'm supposed to be doing this. Oh, fuck. Right? It has to stop. When it stops, the program has to change in the simulation, because the programs that held him before can't hold him anymore. So the program that might have conserved energy, yeah, and made the sky really dull and really gray, right, will have to change, because this thing is now aware of the sky and the mechanics of the sky. So when you're in zombie mode and you're driving and every day your work journey to work takes but now you're self-aware and you're observing reality, present moment, you're there. Every second feels like an hour and you're just taking everything in. The program will have to change, because now you will start to see the glitches in the code. So the traffic can't be the same, because all the cars you used to see all the time, they're programs. So now it will have to change. The habits that you had, the places that you went, the things you used to do, all those things, it will have to change. You'll have to change. So that's what happens. And when your reality is changing, the previous reality will have to crumble. When it crumbles, it feels crazy, because that's all you've known. But just because that's all you've known, yeah, a child doesn't refuse to be born. That, on that argument, that's all it's known. Yeah? It's only known the womb. Like, that child has been traveling since day one. It traveled from some fucking far place you can't even imagine, all the way, because sperm, yeah, is a fractalized version of the man, the masculine, yeah? It's a fractal of it. A snowflake of the original. So, from somewhere, it started life, yeah, it went into the food chain. The minute you come into contact with this energy, it fuses with you. So let's assume that it wasn't nowhere and it started his journey, blah, 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 blah. It's been around for God knows how long, ending up in that man, yeah, and it's traveled again to that woman. And of course it's going to travel again. States are what we do. It's our natural way of being. We change states. Like, it's our natural way of being. Just look at everything around you. We are energy. We're cycling. So of course if we're cycling, we're changing states. I was there. Now I'm here. Now I'm here. Now I'm here. I'm moving. So that's how you glitch the matrix, bro. If you become really observant, yeah, I promise you this. Let's say there is a place that you would never go. Yeah, you never go. Bad, bro. Bad, bro. What I'm saying is, let's say you're like a person that likes jazz, yeah? And then there's a heavy rocker, like, you know, I don't know what it's called. It's like the devil stuff. What's it called? Like death metal and all that kind of shit, yeah? I don't think that's music, personally, and I'll stand 10 toes on that, yeah? I don't think that's music, like screaming and shouting and smashing the guitar. Yeah! It's not music, it's frustration and anger. You're just exhaling you're exhaling your ego. Because that music doesn't convey anything but, like a harsh frequency. You know, you wouldn't play around a baby, right? You wouldn't take a baby to that kind of place, right? Okay, the end. So let's say you're that person and there's that death rocker like bar. You wouldn't go to that place, right? Or you wouldn't listen to the music or whatever. Just go on YouTube and watch a video. Because that program was not supposed, so then the energy would have been transferred to do something else. Go watch a video of that randomly. Just start doing things that you would never do. Yeah? Be present. When negative news comes, let's say you get a shitty email, yeah? Or somebody gives you some bad news, or there's something that's about to happen and you don't know how you're going to figure it out. That day, the minute you realize that, put music on and dance. Like, do the literal opposite of what the illusion wants to take from you, yeah? So the illusion wants you, no. Go the other way. And then once you go the other way, you're literally just you're changing phases, yeah? You just turn your back to it. And then dance, celebrate. Imagine that it's actually something really positive that's gonna happen, yeah? Or instead of a shitty email, that was an email that just confirmed that deal just worked out and blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be transferred, or, you know what I mean? Look at the world that way. Bro, it will have no choice but to give it to you. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because you are the main character of that reality. So you decide. The reason why the illusions come is because the illusions want you to decide them. It's up to you.